this is your guys' new view. It's beautiful. Listen, I have a paper towel down on my desk because underneath of it is absolute trash. Don't look too closely. That is from, pretty sure that is like lash glue all over this desk. And it ruined it. It's very weird that you can't see my face while I'm talking. This is very different for me. Yeah, I do have contact paper to put down on this, but I just didn't have time, so this is what we're working with. This is stressing me out. There's so much. I'm concerned, I'm scared. I'm gonna try to make this video not super long, but when I do my nails, it takes 500 years, so I'm planning on just doing like 1 or 2 nails specifically together to show you exactly what I do. This is what my nails look like right now. I had on nails and last night I filed them completely off with an e-file. If you don't have one of those, I don't think it's necessary, but it might be necessary to get the polygel off of your nails. The one that I have, I got from Amazon. It's awesome, but I bought it a long time ago. I don't even remember how much it was. All I know is the back of it says Zinni. So if that's a brand, I have no freaking clue. I think this one's really awesome. It might have been like $150. I feel like it was in that range, but I might be wrong. But it's really good and works really well. So yeah, I filed not all of the polygel off of my nails. If you look closely, there's still nasty on my nails because I've decided I don't like filing completely to my nail, or I will file my nail and hurt it. So I've left on like a layer still of polygel, which is fine because it'll still work out and like things will still stick to it. But also there's some like major chipping where I was like picking off the parts that are kind of lifting from me filing. So yeah, also this hand has yellow spots on these nails, and that is from me testing clear acrylic using odorless monomer. And if you know anything about that, apparently when you use odorless monomer, it makes clear acrylic yellowy, and that's why that's there. If I filed that completely off, it wouldn't be there, but like I said, I don't want to do that. So I also just got black dye all over my hands like 2 seconds ago, so that was convenient. So what I'm going to start with is what I normally do when I don't have anything on my nails. I'll push back the cuticle, you know. I don't use a cuticle pusher. I usually just use my own fingernails and try to push it back. If it works, it works. I don't know. I'm also still picking off polygel that's like lifted. But yeah, I just push it back with my finger. If you want, you know, you can just use a cuticle cutter thing and cut your cuticles off, but I just filed them off with my e-file. Like this one literally has polygel still all the way up to it, and I have not even filled this in like 2 weeks, so that's weird. This one, maybe you can tell, I don't know. It actually has the polygel like kind of up a little bit farther so I can get back there. Okay, so I used this little bit. Yeah, I don't really know what to call anything, but it looks like this. It came in a little kit with several other things. I'm sure you can find it on Amazon. I'm pretty sure everything that I have is from Amazon or eBay. So, and then I just take this and go around the cuticles of all the nails because this is a very important step. When I first started doing nails, I did not do this and there was major lifting. So just make sure you get the cuticles off. I honestly find this very satisfying to watch all the dead skin just completely come off of your nail. Sorry also if I'm not in frame, you know? I don't know what I'm doing. This is my first time, don't yell at me. You can also take, you know, just a regular nail file and get back there and file it off. I've seen other people do that, but I have a very hard time getting a nail file back there without like cutting myself or just not being able to get it. So I just use this. Okay, so I finished that. Now I'm going to take this nail file and I'm going to use this to try to buff away any shine on my natural nail, which my natural nail is only really right in this back part because this is still polygel, but you can, you know, go over that. We'll just pretend that this is my whole nail and you just go over all of your nail, you know, take the shine away. Next. What the fuck? Are you like puking or what? Trying to tell you some very, very important information. Whenever you get a new nail file, such as one of these. These are really the only ones I use. I got them both at Sally's, and they are washable and reusable, but I feel like they just get ruined no matter what, even if you wash them. So, you know, I'm probably gonna buy like a 10 pack on Amazon. Anyway, when you get new nail files, make sure you take the edge of like a different one and file these corners right here, or you will 1,000,000% cut yourself. I did this. When I got these, I filed the sides of them. But apparently I didn't do it good enough because I still cut the shit out of myself. So really go in and go ham on your files, or you will regret it. You can probably take you know, a file exactly like this and just go back here and get the cuticles off. But you know, I like to use the thingy because it's more fun that way. Also, if you have any sores around your fingers where like maybe you bite the skin off or something, you should probably go in with like an e-file so that you don't hurt yourself with one of these. Okay, beach, we done. Let's move on to the polygel. Oh my god, that is sticky. That's real sticky. I'm gonna try to clean that off. Okay, so I have a whole polygel kit, and it came with a base coat and a top coat and the slip, which I ran out of. It's like a little tiny bottle like this big. You really don't need very much of it, but yeah, I ran out of it, and so I use whatever this is, 70% alcohol. And this works exactly the same. I'm pretty sure that's all that this slip is alcohol. So the kit also comes with like dual forms, which I've tried to use, and just no, that's like, it's just, I don't know, I feel like it's more of a problem than help for me because I've never even really done it. It's just easier for me to build a nail, but I mean, if you wanted to try to do dual forms, then you know there's like a ton of videos on it. The polygel that I got, the polygel kit, is from Model 1. Wait, Model 1s with an S. It's on Amazon. I think it's a good kit. You know, you might need it for all the stuff that comes in it, but yeah, I never used the top coat. I really just used this base coat because you kind of like have to. Okay, so I already did one hand for what I was gonna do because there was people here and I was waiting for them to leave. So, okay, you need to take the base coat or the polygel will not stick. It would probably stick to these parts that are already polygel fine, but not on your actual nail. So, okay, so what I did, I'll paint all of my nails with this base coat, and I'm just gonna do the whole nail because it's easier that way. I honestly prefer using this rather than using like the dehydrator and the primer and all that for acrylics. Vicky's standing behind me. But yeah, I feel like this really sticks on just as good and is easier. I don't know, you only have to apply like one coat of this. And then I'm just curing it for like 30 seconds in my little lamp. I just got a new lamp, thank God. I got it on Amazon for $20. It says Sun UV, I don't know, it's a UV LED lamp. I don't know, I think that's the brand. Okay, so now I'm going to be taking this Model 1's polygel in the shade Soft Pink. This came in my kit, and I'm using this to cover up the ugly situation that's happening on my nails. Since I'm going to be using clear in a second, you would be able to see this ugly nasty going on. These yellow spots. Vicky. So yeah, I'm just going to put a thin layer of this. So if you put a little layer of this on right after you put the base coat on, it'll help make sure that no dust gets in there, like in between the two. Because then your nails won't stick very well. So I don't know, all polygel might need to cure differently, but this one from McCart, this is a clear one I'm about to use, it says 60 to 90 seconds per layer. I don't know what that means, but probably just need to cure for maybe 90 seconds. By the way, I'm using an acrylic brush. The brush that comes with polygel kits looks like this. It's got a spatula on the end so that you can like scrape beads off of this thing, but I just put it directly on my nail. And then it comes with this little brush on the other end. I feel like this is kind of, I don't know, harder to use maybe. It's not that it's hard to use, but I think that this longer brush is easier because you can like cover more space. I don't know. I don't know if I only think that because I'm used to doing acrylic. Like before I started doing polygel, I did acrylic. But I just like using acrylic brushes. I also have no idea where I got this brush. I can't even read it. It has disgusting acrylic stuck all over it. And for some reason, it's like stuck in this weird shape. This weird bent shape. I have like cleaned it and made sure I got all the acrylic and polygel out of it, and yet it's still in this shape, so just work with it like that, you know? I use this little dotting tool also to like get right in these spots if I need to like clean something. I don't know. Okay, so I feel like my nails have like a stickiness to them, so I'm gonna take alcohol and these little lint-free wipes. Yeah, I got this on eBay like 10 million years ago, and I remember it took forever to arrive, but then once it did, they're amazing. And I think they're really helpful if you're doing nails. Because if you use like a cotton ball, it'll probably make a mess on your nails. Okay, that probably wasn't like necessary, but I feel like I got dirt on my nails, so. Okay, so next we're gonna go in with the clear. Oh, I've never used this, so I am excited. This one is from a cart. Apparently this is the clearest polygel made. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people talk about how polygel that's clear isn't as clear as acrylic, but I've seen a lot of people use this one and it looks super clear. So, okay, so I'm gonna put on a nail form. I like to use these ones. They're super cheap and you can get them on eBay or Amazon. I don't think that there's a brand for them. They just look exactly like this. So look for these if you want them. I've used other ones and I just didn't like them as much. They weren't as like sturdy and they didn't stick together very well. I know that these ones aren't that long. So I mean, if you're gonna do giant nails, clearly you might want longer ones, but these are long enough for me. I only go to the number 5. That's the longest I've ever went. But normally I'd be around like the 3 or 4 mark. So yeah, you want it to be, you know, coming out from this to, I don't even know how to explain it. You want it to be straight out. Oh my God, how do I angle? You want this angle to just be like straight out from your finger. I'm just gonna squirt some of this onto my nail. Oh God, it's kind of hard to squirt, not gonna lie. Oh dear God. Okay. I've noticed that when you use the slip, you want to really brush off the excess or else it's going to leak down onto the form and cause it to like come apart and fall off of your finger. So what I do is angle the finger like this. For you, it would look like this. You know, you want to look down the barrel, and that is the best way to really be able to see what you're doing. Yeah, this definitely looks really clear to me. I'm going to try to make them come out to a 5 today, because I did like that length. It's like kind of scary to live with, especially, you know, having a baby and a dog, being a little bit scared that you're gonna like hurt someone and poke an eye out, but it's okay. Okay, see, now I didn't put enough on there, so I just go back in and squirt more on top. But if you're scared that you're going to mess up what you already did, then you can just cure it and then put more on top. I hope that watching this is helpful in some way, because I just really don't know how to explain it. And using clear probably doesn't help very much, but I really wanted to do jelly nails today, so. Also, I think the more you mess with this and move it around, the more that it's likely to get bubbles in it. Knowing me, it'll probably have a ton of bubbles because I love to move it around. You want the side walls right here to come out straight. God, I don't know how to angle anything. Like this, straight out. So I always check those sides. There's a fucking hair, a weird yellow hair. That might be from my brush. So if you feel like, you know, it's starting to stick to your brush, then you just want to get your brush wet again. So my camera was kind of overheating. So this is what I created. How well can you even tell when it's freaking clear? Yeah, you need to probably look into how to shape nails if you don't know. They're supposed to have like this hump back here and like the back third and then like go back down. When you're done, usually it doesn't look very pretty, but that's what filing is for. Obviously you can use tips if you want. Just glue on, you know, tips and then put polygel on top. It would be I don't know that would be easier than using a nail form, but you wouldn't have to do so much like shaping. I just don't like taking the time to like size all the tips and make them how they're supposed to be. Ugh, God dang. I thought the Models 1 ones, the Models 1s were hard to squirt out, but like this one, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I don't know exactly how much to squirt out either, so just guess, and eventually you'll probably know about the right amount. One of the main reasons why I love polygel over acrylic is because I can sit here and mess with it until it looks as good as I can possibly get it so that I have to do less filing, because filing is probably my least favorite part, because I have this thing where I could just file and file and file and file forever. So if you can't tell, I'm just kind of like squirting some on and making the basic shape of the bottom, just like the platform of where I want the nail to go. And then I squirt more back here on this area to give it more of an apex and a thickness back there. Like, Nyx, I love when you just sit there and lick yourself. When I'm sitting in silence, it's probably like the best thing I've ever heard. Thank you. I don't know if I do this the way that most people do, but I just kind of swirl it around this back part. I know that's not how you do acrylic, but I think I can get away with it with polygel because, I don't know, it works well for me to do it like that. So yeah, you just look down the barrel, which for me is completely different than what it looks like on camera. And then you check the side and make sure that you've got a nice hump, and then going back down shape, and check these little walls over here. So what I'm gonna do, this has like a weird hump in it. I don't know if you can see it all. I'm gonna cure it and then I'm gonna put more polygel on it because I've got the shape pretty decent right now and I don't want it to move around. So I wanted to say, between every nail, I do one nail and then I cure it in the lamp, because polygel tends to like fall from side to side. You could probably flash cure it, which is where you just like cure it for like half the time, just kind of so it doesn't move. And there's the chunker I created. Wow. Such fancy. I'm trying to do like a ballerina shape. I kind of really wanted to do square, but I've never done it before and I didn't want to like mess it up, so we're just gonna do ballerina today. So I'm gonna do all the other ones. They'll probably be done, you know, in like an hour. And then I'll be back and I'll show you how I file them. Okay, whew, it's been 500 years. I left one finger for me to file on camera with you, but I filed all the other ones. They look pretty decent. It's taken about a whole day. I'm gonna show you what I think will help you not take so long filing your nails. I just most of the time don't do this, but I should. So I'm gonna be using my 180 grit, I think. This one is the one I left for us to do together. And okay, I think that it will be very helpful if you do like a filing routine where you just do the exact same thing on every nail. I don't know, like I feel like sometimes I follow that. Like with this hand I did that specifically and I feel like they all turned out good and fast, and then with this hand I did not, and it was a struggle. So anyway, start by filing the side walls. I think that's what these are. And just making this come out. How do I angle my finger? Making this come out straight right here. I'm sorry, it's probably kind of difficult for you to see anything. It's kind of hard to file in such a small area. Okay, then next, file these sides and make them straight. You can look from underneath and be able to see how bulky these sides are and how much you should be filing. Like I said earlier, I feel like it's the best view if you're looking down the barrel of it, but kind of hard for me to do at this angle. So once I get them straight, I go over the top and just try to like make sure that that is flush. I do look at it this way, so I can see if these top tips look correct, and then I file it at this angle. Check them like this to see, you know, if they're the same length, you want them to be pretty close to the same length. Also check it to your other finger, because you want them to also look the same. If you need to make the tip more narrow, I think what I found you should do is take it from this bottom where you put the file like this underneath of it, and file from under here to make it thinner. But when you do that, you're gonna have to look down the barrel some more and then, you know, make this part thinner once you've done that. Okay, and then for the back, yeah, this, I try to take this big boy and get him in there, but sometimes I just can't do it that well. So I try to get this back part looking very good, because it's really easy to cover up if that doesn't look good whenever you're putting gems back there. But if you're not, which I'm trying not to have to do that today, then you really want that to look flush, because when you paint it, assuming you're going to paint your nails, yeah, it can look kind of crappy back there. I'll also take this little bit, is some kind of weird bit. It came with something, I don't know, it looks like this, and then it came with like a bag of these, which are little like files, like these ones aren't metal, so, and you just put them on there, I don't know, stick it in here, and then I go around the back with it, trying to get that to look nice. So after I do that, I'll usually go in with this one, which is a little bit less scratchy as the other one. And I'll just go over all of the nails like quickly with this, and then I'll go over all the nails with this block, which is like a buffing block. I think whenever you go like lower to lower to lower to like the lowest, then you don't have so many scratches in your nails. Like if I were to skip from this one to this one, it probably wouldn't look as good. I know there's probably some numbers in between here and here for grits, but like I don't have all of them. So this is what I'm gonna do. Also, a lot of times whenever I'm filing one of my nails, it may get fucked up somehow from me filing or just the way I built it, and I will just go right back in with polygel and add some wherever it needs to be, and then cure it and refile it. That's very annoying when you have to do that, but like you'd kind of rather do that than that nail looking completely stupid. I do want to say that you need to definitely make sure that you're making your nails thick enough. I'm not a pro at thickness, but like the longer the thicker. And last time I did my nails, my thumbs for some reason were cracking right here on these edges right here. So just make sure you do it thick enough. By the way, there's a lot of dust that occurs when you're filing your nails. It's everywhere. Don't know how well you can see. I was actually wearing like a freaking doctor's mask thing a second ago, because I feel like I probably inhale a lot of this. They have these things on, I think it's Amazon maybe, that like sucks the dust in, and you like do your nails over top of it. But since I don't have that, I just decided I'll wear a mask. So that is what this hand looks like. Yeah, that's about as perfect as I can get them. Okay, so I'm almost ready to paint my nails finally, thank God. Before I do that, I'm gonna take this soak off solution stuff, I don't know, you can get this at Walmart, and rub this on my nails. The baby's just like sitting over there talking to herself. For some reason she won't like go in the living room with Isaiah. She wants to sit in here with me and do nothing. Anyway, yeah, I take this stuff and I just rub it on my nail, because it's, since it's soak off solution and it soaks off gel, it should melt the top layer of this and kind of make it smoother is what it's supposed to do. That's what I've heard, but for some reason when I use that with these little thingies, they completely break apart. I'm looking at you, spit mouth. You got spit on your mouth. I'm gonna be making my own jelly nails. To make that, you just need clear top coat. I'm gonna be taking this pigment and mixing it in there. I've done that before, it works really well. Also, you could just take, you know, another gel polish and mix it in there to make it clearish. By the way, the brush I'm using is just a little nail art brush I probably got from like eBay or something. So you're gonna wanna do this as perfectly as you can. You can't really get this off your skin once you're done and have cured it to your skin. You're also gonna wanna paint the underneath of it because, you know, when they're jelly, the underneath needs painted so that it turns crystal clear. I mean, that does look pretty clear. Don't know how well you can tell. I'm just curing these for 30 seconds. Okay, I think I'm gonna do another layer on the top just to make it a little bit more dark blue. Okay, so I'm gonna go do all the other ones and then I'll be back to show you the next step. Okay, so I did them all. I think this is really pretty, but I realized that it does show a lot of flaws. There's a little dot here where I guess there's a hole. Same there. And then over here, problems. This nail and this nail, when I was filing them, I don't know what the hell I did, but I fucking chipped the tip off of them. And I ended up redoing them. And because of that, there was like, I don't know, weirdness under the bottom because I didn't file under the bottom, and it was like where they molded back together. Anyway, when I went to put the blue gel underneath of there, the pigment got stuck in like the parts that weren't flawlessly smooth because I didn't file them. So I ended up taking it out from under there and putting just clear underneath all of them. But really those are the only two that had that problem. But yeah, you can definitely see any flaws if you do this. So, and it looks pretty, but yeah, but that's not what I was gonna do. I wasn't gonna just leave them like this. So, moving on. So the other day I did a makeup look with cheetah print, leopard print. I don't know if there's a difference. And I loved it. And so I'm doing some on my nails. It's that simple. So I'm gonna use this, which is a solid painting nail gel. This came from, I don't remember the brand and it doesn't say on it, but it came in a kit of 6. It was either McCart or Model 1s. Yeah, these are really awesome. The other 5 colors are like neon-y colors too. It's like gel polish, but really thin and pigmented, so you know, you don't get like really thickness going on. I'm just gonna paint some splotches on my nails. I know this is not the easiest to see because I'm doing blue on blue. We're gonna see how this looks whenever I get the black on. It should help, you know, you be able to see what's going on better. If I don't like it, I'll just take it off and do a different color, but I just really wanted like all blue. So I'm just gonna do that. Just made splotches. Can you see very well? I have absolutely no idea. I'm going with black gel polish. Sadly, I don't have black in this paint stuff because that'd probably be even better, so I'm just gonna use regular black gel polish. Once I go off camera, I don't cure between every single nail. I just stick them all in the lamp at once, but since I'm trying to do this nail with you, I'm just gonna cure in between. This is a black gel polish that I got from, I'm gonna assume, eBay. I think I'm gonna try to use my dotting tool. To do this, wow, you just basically make black circle line things around the blue ones. Like I just really, like looking in the viewfinder, I can't really see what's going on. And then you just kind of make little dots in there and line things. Yes, baby, I hear you. I see and I hear you. I do like how that looks. Dear Jesus Christ. So I'm gonna cure that. I might go over the black, not sure, because some of it looks opaque and some of it doesn't. And I'm just gonna go do the rest of my nails and then I'll be right back, honey. Okay, they're done. Yeah, I'm gonna top coat them with this no wipe top coat. It says this is the brand Elite 99. I'm using this one because I feel like it is more shiny than my other one, and clearly this one is running out. But this one, this no wipe one, for some reason, if you get this on your skin, you're gonna like burn yourself in the lamp. Don't know why it hurts so bad. Here's a close-up. I feel like they look adorable. This is the weirdest angle in the world. So the last and most satisfying step, put nail oil on your cuticles to bring them back to life. I got this oil from Sally's. I don't know, I've had it forever. It's just satisfying to rub on and see it all finished and glowing. Oh, all the hard work. Okay, so this is the end of the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe. I'll be back soon with more videos. Thanks for watching. Ugh, blue everywhere. Bye!